in-game Marvel Snap event where we have got huge balance changes. I am live as we're recording this right now, just as the event has gone live, but I got the information ahead of time. So I've already built the best deck for every power couple. I put a lot of thought into this. So power couples event begins now for 1 week, and can I just say I absolutely love this. Ever heard of balance patches? Forget them for now because we're introducing our first ever imbalance patch to celebrate Valentine's Day, which, let's be honest, I'm going to be lonely. You're probably going to be lonely too. Sorry if you're not. Sorry if you are. To celebrate Valentine's Day, we're supercharging the power of our favorite power couples in the game, but only for a limited time. So for 1 week, power couple is a temporary keyword we're adding to the game that gives the card's better half bonus power. Here's how this all works with one of the power couples. Let's say you have a deck with both Daredevil and She-Hulk. Daredevil on turn 5, so still working the same way. It works exactly the same way, but it also has this extra bit +2 power couple for She-Hulk. Same with She-Hulk, she works the exact same way. When you first play Daredevil, She-Hulk gets +2 power immediately wherever she is, on the board, in your hand, or in your deck, because love works in mysterious ways. Likewise, the first time you play She-Hulk, she'll give Daredevil the same boost. If you can get both of them on board, that's a total of +4 power. And yes, it works on copies of cards. So if you have Daredevil card on board and 2 She-Hulks in your hand, that's +2 power to each. So we've got Angela, Sarah, Black Panther, Nakia, Captain America and Agent 13, Gambit and Rogue, Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man Rescue, Miles and Ghost Spider, She-Hulk and Daredevil, Star-Lord and Gamora, Vision and Scarlet Witch. All right, and I built a deck for every single one of these. Starting off with movement, and this is probably the deck we're going to play first. We were playing this deck on stream earlier with Black Swan. We didn't have Miles in the deck, but the rest of the deck was looking the same. So we've got Ghost Spider and Miles. Of course, you could do any kind of movement deck with just normal Heimdall, but this deck was absolutely popping off for us. It is the Black Swan deck. So this is the deck we're going to be starting off with very, very soon. But let's take a look at the other lists that I've built. Nakia and Black Panther, I would have to say this is one of the weaker ones. They're only getting Black Panther buffed up by 1 and Nakia buffed up by 1. Obviously, that 1 point on Black Panther can be a lot, but it's just a Black Panther Mr. Negative deck. I'd say this is one of the weaker power couples, even though obviously like the stats on Black Panther could get out of hand pretty damn quickly. You could try some like more standard versions. This one has 4 power couples all in one flipping deck. So it's Invisible Woman, who has +2 power couple with Mr. Fantastic, the Fantastics. And we've also got Gambit and Rogue in here in a Silver Surfer deck. It actually just makes a lot of sense because you can put the Gambit into the Invisible Woman and then you're not risking discarding one of your other power couples. You're not risking discarding your Silver Surfer. This deck looks serious. Of course, Alioth is a concern for Invisible Woman, but if you're really that scared of Alioth, you can always put her into the Goose location as well, don't forget. So that one looks really, really exciting. Invisible Woman Scarlet Witch plus Vision. Of course, you could go for a standard Shuri deck with Sauron, which we'll probably try out later, but I had to try my favorite little rug pull combo at the moment, which is playing Magic to then intentionally end the game with either Scarlet Witch or with Legion. So this one is just pounding stats into Kitty Pryde with Forge, and then you can go with a Shuri Grandmaster play, which then gives you a even bigger Kitty Pryde. It can get out of hand really, really quickly. This Nico is actually needing to be a Ravonna. That's the Ravona's got to be in here. So this deck looks really exciting. Of course, you could try more standard Shuri as well, which I'll be sure to add a link in the description once I have finished the live stream for that. Star-Lord and Gamora, one of the weaker ones, I have to say. They're only getting +1, which feels a little bit harsh because both Star-Lord and Gamora are not exactly great cards. In this deck, I also threw Daredevil and She-Hulk into it because Daredevil is good with Gamora. I figured that we could throw She-Hulk in there with a Goose, with a Storm, with a Professor X. There's also a Moon Girl in here as well to potentially double down on the power couples. But I don't really have high hopes for that one, to be completely honest. The other one that I have with Daredevil and She-Hulk we can take a look at, which is going to be one of these Magic Infinite decks. So again, I went with Daredevil with the Professor X. Makes quite a lot of sense. The Goose, the Storm, pretty similar to the last one, just without the Star-Lord and without the Gamora, because it's basically going to be better like this. We've got as well Iron Man Rescue. I don't have Living Tribunal in my collection, so this is a Living Tribunal deck. Pretty much exactly the same as a normal Living Tribunal deck, except Rescue is going to come in instead of Super Scroll. Of course, Super Scroll helps you out a ton in the mirrors, but apart from that, you're going to be fine without it. Rescue is giving +1 on your Iron Man, which is obviously really significant. And Rescue already a pretty damn good card. Usually she plays for 9 points, but in this, she's going to play for 10. This looks like a really serious deck and definitely an improvement to the deck for the week. This one could be the best of them all. It's Agent 13 and Captain America, and it's a Loki deck. Why Loki? Well, Agent 13 synergizes with Loki because it's adding a card into your hand. Captain America is going to be an 8-point card for 3 energy with the Agent 13. So you're happy to play Agent 13 before Loki. If you're playing Agent 13 after Loki, it's still contributing to your Dino, your Collector, your Captain America. I don't own Miss Marvel. You probably want to put Miss Marvel in this deck instead of Iron Lad if you do own her. You can also try Mystique in this deck for double Dinosaur. You could also go down a Lady Sif Helicarrier version of this deck as well, if that's something you're interested in trying. But Agent 13 Captain America Loki looks like a really solid way to go. We finally, last but certainly not least, have the Angela and Sarah, and I just went for a standard-ish looking this Captain America is not supposed to be in here. I was in a rush trying to get this all out, so this one's a little bit pear-shaped, but it's a Sarah control deck with Angela. So they're only +1 on each of these as well. Angela, obviously not great. There's a little bit of Jeff synergy in there as well. Angela could be worse, though, if you can get her down soon enough. But I think I was thinking that Rogue and Captain America were a power couple here. So this one's going to also be playing Enchantress because you're already playing the Zabu. But you could go Rogue and you could go Gambit if you wanted to get like an extra power couple in here. And then just some kind of cheap 2-cost card here, probably like a Silk will do the trick in that one as well. So here are all the decks. We're going to start off getting into some games, and we're going to start off with the one that I'm looking forward to most, which is the Miles and Ghost Spider Black Swan deck. We actually built this deck earlier on stream before the Power Couples event came out, and it just looks fan-flipping-tastic. So if you're enjoying the stream, please do give it a like. I'd really appreciate that. It helps out a whole bunch. And now let's take these power couples for a spin, starting off with the Miles and the Ghost Spider power couple combo. Now, the interesting thing is that we can bounce back the Ghost Spider multiple times, and we're going to have to see how that actually works out in terms of the power couples, in terms of the raw stats. I'm pretty flipping excited. So our opponent starts off with Deadpool. Looks like they're having fun with the new event. Not. We see Bifrost, which is probably snappable for us. We'll just take the Hulkbuster on the Forge, I suppose. Not exactly what we're looking for, but don't have much else to do here. Will we snap it? We'll wait for a moment. We could end up getting Killmongered before we bounce this Forge back, so we might just want to wait to see if that happens or not. Hulkbuster comes through for our opponent. Okay, the Bifrost. Opponent snaps us, which is probably a telltale sign that they're about to try and Shang-Chi us. So I think what we perhaps do instead is we go for the Falcon Iron Fist. We'll let them Killmonger our Iron Fist. We could bounce the Iron Fist back, but we'd have to move the Falcon. So it's Falcon our Forge back, anticipating a Killmonger here. They just go for the Carnage. Okay. I'm sure we already had a Hulkbuster. Oh, we got our opponent's Hulkbuster. I see. I see. Was it the same variant as well? That's proper throwing me off. Could go for the Ghost Spider now. We could also just go for the Forge now. I'm pretty worried about getting Shang-Chi though still. Deathlock comes through. Oh, I'm a donut. I'm a donut. I'm actually a donut. What a nightmare. I rage quit. That's such a stinker for the start of the stream. I can't lie. I'm a bit embarrassed that we've started off like this by flipping, moving the... Oh my god, I'm so heartbroken. No. Not like this. And it's a live stream, so I can't even delete it. No. Exposed live in 4K in HD. What's up, everyone? If you're in the chat, say hello. Give us a wave. Pretty awesome little event we've got going on here. Okay, Limura is the first location. We've got the miles. You saw that? No, you didn't, Max. You saw nothing. I rage quit so you couldn't see it. That's what I was trying to achieve. Hey, Thomas, great to see you as well. Okay, bit of an awkward opening hand here that we've missed our 1-drops. I'm tempted to just go next to show you guys the power of the deck. I want to show you guys the deck popping off. After me absolutely bottling the last game, the opening hand just doesn't really look like what we're looking for here. We're looking for the 1-drops early, and I really want, rather than us just sitting through a game and then we inevitably retreat, let's just speed this up for the YouTubes. Okay, this hand is more flipping like it. So, we want to forge the Iron Fist, but also Iron Fist in the Human Torch is also something we want to do. We can't do both. So let's go with the Forge over here to start with, and then we can go Human Torch, Ghost Spider. We're looking for the Falcon and Beast now to bounce these back. The other thing is that we can find the Hulk Buster. Oh, this is so good. Oh, and the Black Swan. Oh my flipping god. Let's take the Human Torch buffed up for now, and let's not Ghost Spider it straight away. They snap. Alright. If you say so, my friend, we need to be careful of the Killmonger. Oh, it's a bounce mirror. Okay. I feel confident that I can snap now then. Let's snap back. Cards cost less. That kind of makes our Black Swan a little bit useless, but it is what it is. But look at the state of this. I guess we just play the Black Swan now then. This is pretty redonkulous. Board space is going to be a bit of an issue for us, but look at us go. They don't want it. They don't want it. Who can blame them? They can't hang with the movement bounce. 4 cubes as well. This was going to be a 16-point torch already. The instant rage quit. They snapped us. They rage quit 1 turn later. Hello, Brian. Great to see you. Saucia. Okay, this location's pretty awkward for us because board space can be a premium. We need to decide if we want a Human Torch now. I think we actually hold the Human Torch for a turn here. That's just in case we hit Iron Fist or Forge this turn. We can always go Spider. We can always just go Human Torch, go Spider this turn. So we do hit the Forge. We're rewarded for our patience. We do want to be careful that the Human Torch doesn't end up in a location it's going to die in, but I think we're going to be fine. Our opponent hasn't played anything yet. Now, this is the best Black Swan deck. We actually built this deck earlier on stream, but this was before the Power Couples event. And this was before... so we didn't play Miles. We had Dagger in this slot. And Dagger was something I was thinking about cutting anyway for Nico. Let's snap it, ladies and gents. The squirrels are all going to come back to our hand as well. That's the concern here. So we're going to be bouncing 6 cards back, or we're going to be trying to bounce 6 cards back. I'm not sure what takes precedence. I'm hoping the squirrels bounce back last, but I have a bad feeling it might be the Ghost Spider we don't bounce here because it was the last card on the board. Yeah, because the Central Park was the first location, we end up bouncing all the squirrels back instead of the Ghost Spider, which is pretty unfortunate. But it is what it is. Now, if we want the squirrels on the board, we kind of have to start taking them now, right? I think we'll just take one squirrel. We'll go 2. We could obviously get some gins in hand, I guess. I'm not really sure it's giving us that much value. I suppose we probably should. As long as we're drawing still, let's go for it. Bishop would be popping off, but the problem with Bishop is that there's so many other cards we want to play. So Bishop would play for great value, but also it slows us down. We want to just be pumping all the stats into Human Torch. We spent so long thinking about this deck this morning, and I went through like a big list of reasons as to why we're not playing Bishop, we're not playing Craven. The list is super tight. Miles can just about sneak in here. Now, we play the Spiderman, and if I play both Djinns, I can also get Vulture down next turn. The problem is that we just have such a lack of board space to move stuff into. So I think this is why I wasn't supposed to play the squirrels necessarily here. I don't think I play a Djinn, honestly. Maybe we could have played 1 in case we hit Hulkbuster off the top. Hulkbuster would have actually been playable. Same with Monkey, there's just no space in this deck to fit it. We need everything else in the deck. Miles is like the one addition now that's like our flex slot. We do find Beast, but of course we can't play it. I decided not to play the Djinns last turn. So the question is, the age-old question, where do we Heimdall? And I think the answer is to the right. But then my concern is that we're not going to win the right. Bit of an awkward one with Heimdall here. The other thing we could consider is going for the bluff play. They're expecting Heimdall and we just don't play it at all. We're going to end up with so many stats mid. Or, okay, I've got an idea. The Djinns cost nothing, so we can Heimdall but leave the Spider-Man here intentionally, right? By playing a Djinn here. This means that 1 squirrel moves in. No, we'd have to put 2 Djinns down. Okay, that's the big brain play. We play both Djinns, which means these squirrels don't move, which means the Spider-Man doesn't move, which is obviously a bummer. But then they'll never see it coming. Right? I don't think they're ever going to see it coming, ladies and gentlemen. Because we need to win the right with Heimdall, and this is the only way we can do it. 20 stats down the middle. The Sarah's making me obviously very nervous. We might just get killmongered, but it is what it is. Oh. Miss Marvel's a pretty unfair card, not gonna lie. GG though. Malt defo saw it coming. I mean, we had no line to win here. There was literally no play that won. Unfortunately. The squirrels, I think without the squirrels, we're winning this one. The squirrels really messed us up. The board space was too awkward. Okay. We go again. Aunt Maze is nice. Is there any reason not to take the Forge here? I think it's worth taking always. We're going to be looking, of course, to get either the Human Torch or the Vulture into Aunt Maze. We can play the Miles. That's pretty cool because of their decision to move. The Beast seems a little bit premature. The Hulkbuster, a little bit of a waste. Let's just take Miles for now. What remains to be seen with Power Couple is if we bounce this guy back later, if we can get his ability a couple of times. No! Not Aunt May's disappearing. That's so crude, so rude, so disrespectful. I'm not buying the new card. We'll skip the turn. Will we skip the turn? I kind of want to start getting some Mer Island value, to be honest. We'll skip. Why? I don't think the new card's very good for starters. I also have the other 2 cards in the spotlight, The new card is just not very good. I don't think it's like very good in any deck really, apart from maybe a deck with Zabu. Yeah, not a fan of the card basically. Okay, we'll take the Vulture. Not looking great here without the Ghost Spider. We just haven't been able to really get any bounce value this game either. We missed most of the 1-drops. The Reality Stone was very powerful for our opponent. Pretty confident about winning mid still. So the main line that we're looking for on the final turn with this deck is to play Black Swan plus a card. So we could go Black Swan Beast, we could go Black Swan Hulkbuster. The Beast doesn't look great. We could also just go 99, right? Spider-Man 99 doesn't look bad either. But we need to make sure we're winning mid still. So we have either Black Swan or Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099 wins mid, but is it an overcommit to mid? Perhaps. Black Swan right, Hulkbuster here. Seems like it could win mid and left. The other thing to consider is there's a 50% chance we find Ghost Spider Iron Fist off the top. So instead of going for the Heimdall on the last turn, we could go for Ghost Spider 2099. And they're also going to cost nothing if we have the Black Swan down. I think I'm just going to go for the 2099. Oh! Get dodged. Now, they have initiative, so it could be an Absorbing Man play. We hit Falcon, so the decision now is if we go right or left with the Heimdall. No Ghost Spider. No Iron Fist. We'll snap it. The decision is if we go left or right. So far we haven't really seen the power couples come through. Well, we haven't seen it come through once at all yet. Gonna go left. Absorbing Man would beat us, of course, because it's going to copy Eliath. That's a lot of cards. Craven, Soulstone. Craven is a random card to have, isn't it? So they're going to probably try and beat 9 points to the right. So Heimdall right was winning. But Heimdall left is also winning here, I believe, even with the Craven. Oh, but the Mer Island is going to tick. So we tie the left. It comes down to a tiebreaker, which we do just about win. They played this in a weird way, to be honest. But we just about get there. So Heimdall right or Heimdall left was winning. They didn't play to beat Heimdall, which is the obvious play that I had on the last turn. A Thanos deck with Zabu will be very good. I mean, yeah, but it's Thanos, right? Like, I mean, I think you're going to be better off just playing Lockjaw Thanos rather than like a Zabu Thanos deck. That's my point on the new card. The other problem with the new card is the fact that it is Shang-Chi-able. It would be better as 10 stats probably rather than 9, you know? Alright, we get respected, so we snap on turn 1. We have a nice hand. The question is, do we want double... I think we don't take the double torch. We take the double Ghost Spider and then we beast. We've got the Miles. Of course, we're looking now for the wonderful... Wonderful... Oh, we have the Ghost Spider already. What am I on about? We have the power couple ready to go. Which is quite exciting. So we go Miles Beast. The power couple! Look at that! 6-point Miles suddenly. And we have another Ghost Spider ready to go. So let's Miles and Beast. Most likely. Could also Falcon. Let's go Beast. So we're adding 3 cards to hand, 4 cards to hand, 5 cards to hand. So we won't get another copy of Beast with this play. So maybe we just Falcon instead. We don't bounce the Miles back into hand, I don't believe. The Ghost Spiders get buffed. Wherever they are. Oh my god. Fun event. Very, very fun event. Big, big fan of this. Oh my god, we hit the Iron Fist too. Right, so we Iron Fist, Human Torch, Ghost Spider. We'll plop a Miles down as well. Now, we're adding 3 cards to hand, so we'll play Miles elsewhere. Because hand space is an issue with the double VATs. So the way it works is when you play the card, the other card gets the buff wherever it is. So when we play this Ghost Spider, the Miles, whether it's in our deck or on the board or in our hand, gets buffed. Although this one didn't seem to get buffed. Huh. That's weird. It's I feel like that's a bug because this one got buffed, right? But this one didn't. How curious. That felt like a bug, not gonna lie. So we have Black Swan. We could go Black Swan and then just slam lots of cards on the last turn here. We could, of course, go for more buffs though, but then we're running the issue, running the risk of board space being an issue. So we're gonna Iron Fist the left, Human Torch, Ghost Spider, and then we're gonna Beast for board space, I think. The cloning VATs is quite something here. Let's hope they don't play Killmonger. 32-point torch! Vision is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Let's go! I'm telling you, baby. We got the best decks. We got the source. We are the Mook source. This is the deck. This deck is ridiculous. Alright, I think we should move on to another deck now, though, because this video we're just trying to... Or this live stream, we're just trying to cover all of the decks, basically. Right, next one. The Fantastics. I am going to be doing a full video guide on each of these decks. Poggers. Open your mind, chat. Bar with no name. Interesting. So this is the Gambit. Invisible. Like, we've got Invisible Woman. We've got Gambit. We've got it all. We do need to be a bit careful of overcommitting. To be fair, we have Storm for the Bar with no name as well. So I'm just going to snap. What's the best one that you try out? Mate, there's so many. I think that last deck we played is going to be the best one. I'm also looking forward to this one a lot because this one's got double power couples in. And I think it's just going to be a good deck as well. Cloning VATs is all over the place. Is it a hot location? Surely not. The new event is power couples. So it's actually... Oh! Cool. It's actually... So if I play my Gambit, my... Excuse me, my thingamajigamabobbers get buffed. Let's go Goose, Invisible Woman. We're all about that goose, So now, my Invisible Woman buffs up my Mr. Fantastic. Oh my god, can you stop? Jeez Louise. Let's hope we find Storm, eh? Let us hope that we find Storm. Let's Goose the middle as well. Silver Smurfer. I mean, we could also Silver Smurfer here, and then we get another one. But I guess we just go Silver Smurfer into the Invisible Woman for now. And the Goose, we're just trying to restrict where they can actually play. Mobius stops me having the Spectrum, which costs nothing. That's unbelievably good for them. The question is, do we find the Storm off the top? We missed the Storm, which is very regrettable. And unfortunately, I think we just have to go next on that one. We got. Fair play. They wrecked us with the Stegron and then with the Mobius as well. Well, the Gambit is a big risk, but we're also pairing it with Invisible Woman. So we can play Gambit into the Invisible Woman lane. It's pretty difficult to pair Gambit with Rogue, because in a discard deck, you're not really going to want a Rogue. But in this deck, it all fits together. They're all Silver Surfer cards, right? Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, Gambit, and Rogue. Gambit you usually wouldn't play in these decks, but with the extra stats it gives you, happy days. Because you already want to play Rogue. And Invisible Woman you would already play in these decks. Mr. Fantastic you would already play in a lot of cases. Of course, they might not be quite optimal usually, but with the extra stats, I think they absolutely are. The main thing we need to be careful of is... this is a really bad location for us. The main thing we need to be careful of is... Eliath when we're playing Mr. Fantastic. Mrs. Fantastic, even. Let's storm the Asteroid M here. Negasonic could do a job for us. Also... Killmonger could do a job. Rogue could steal the Null, perhaps. They have initiative, so Negasonic's not doing too much. Let's invest by going Brood here. It's not like we're going to want to Brood Hotel Inferno because we're so low on board space. It's going to be very, very difficult for us to win the left here. They're already so far ahead. Gambit is very spicy, however. We could also go Negasonic. I guess we have to Negasonic now. So let's go Negasonic Invisible Woman. The big question, really... We'll have to see where the Wolverine ends up because, okay, it goes mid, so we don't have to invest Silver Surfer. The big question is, what do we go for? I quite like the look of Rogue Gambit. They're the power couple. It's the power couple finisher as well. So we go Rogue first and then we go Gambit, right? We lose to Eliath. Okay, we accept Eliath is good against our deck, right? But it's the power couple combo. We've got the Negasonic. In fact, is it even Rogue? Because we have Negasonic here. They don't have... They don't have... X23, so they only have 6 energy this turn. So if they just go Null, Null dies. So I don't think it's Rogue. They just run anyway. Happy days. The Negasonic does the business. You can discard Silver Surfer. Yes, but we're playing Invisible Woman, and the discard goes through at the end of the game. I've thought it through, my friend. Do not worry. I really have thought these ones through. Okay, we're up against Blot. Isle of Silence is the first location, which is bad for our Goose and Invisible Woman. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please do give it a like on YouTube. It helps out a bunch. Welcome to the Twitchers as well. Kitty Pryde to the left. Shuri's Lab is nice for Goose, but I mean, Kitty Pryde is a nightmare. They snap, which makes a lot of sense for Shuri's Lab. Now, we should leave this. However, Gambit sniping Kitty is a line for us. So I'm going to stay just in case we pull this snipe off. I suppose it's not going to happen because I don't have initiative, though, which is a problem. So I wasn't supposed to even play Jeff. It was a mistake. Oops. Hmm. That's a problem. Yeah, we're supposed to try and lose initiative. Oh, the Star-Lord. So they're playing Gamora. We need to try and gambit their kitty. We should have left this one as soon as Sharizab shows up against a Kitty Pride gamer. But if we can pull off the gambit onto Kitty before they get their Taskmaster through. Oh, get countered, Jean Grey. That is so sick. We're still going first here. I mean, there's not much to do, is there? We can't Invisible Woman this lane. We could Silver Surfer, but it's obviously very premature. And, I mean, we're going to have initiative pretty much no matter what. The Rogue does nothing. The Invisible Woman's doing nothing. We could just Silver Surfer now, but again, we're going to get initiative. Bummer. I guess we could just go Invisible Woman first. And then we go Silver Surfer Rogue next turn. A little bit copium, though. Helps us throw initiative. That's a big kitty. Yeah, there's the Shuri. So they're going to go Kitty Pride plus Taskmaster on the final turn. And there's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately. I'm going to go next. I knew it was a loss as soon as I saw Shuri's lab, right? But I wanted to try and get the snipe with the... We could have stayed, to be fair. I think I should have stayed. I had the Invisible Woman. I should have taken the risk, right? And we had Killmonger. I threw. No! I actually threw. We had the Invisible Woman was coming in so clutch, man. Oh, yeah. That's such a stinker. That would have been such a good clip as well. Okay, like, some of the gameplay from me has not been too hot just yet. Yeah. Great to see everyone, though. Okay, another Kitty Pride gamer. Seems like someone made a Kitty Pride video. Kitty Pride's in my list as well, but mine's with Scarlet Witch. Can we just take Invisible Woman off to the left? We sacrifice her. Gambit could be pretty nice at this stage. That also buffs up my Mr. Fantastic, because we played her once. Elsa, really? I mean, Elsa's just bad. The Gambit's not bad at all here. They're very likely to play mid, though, and we possibly just ruin their game plan with a Negasonic. But the Gambit also looks great, right? Let's go for the Gambit. Of course, we're going to discard a card in hand. Monster is a rip. Storm comes through. That's really nice, because it looks like they're trying to throw away a card into Quantum Tunnel to the left. Oh, it's just a Mysterio clone. And the Kitty. We could just take the Brood. It's kind of an overcommit to the left, though. I don't really think they can beat us to the left, honestly. I don't really see where else we'd want to Brood, though, so let's go for it just in case they're able to get lots of stats down. I doubt it. I think this is an overcommit by a significant margin. They lose the Shang-Chi with a monster on the board. And we've got the Invisible Woman to deal with the Kitty Pride here. So we go Invisible Woman, Killmonger. I'm trying to think what happens with Grand Central. Cards you play here. So I'm pretty sure that whatever card comes down from Grand Central, even if Invisible Woman's down, still reveals instantly, because we're not playing a card into the Invisible Woman. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong on that, though. We'd much rather the Jeff comes down. It's the Surfer. They get Sarah, but there's only one spot on the board for them. Oh, there's two. But they want to play the Kitty Pride still, of course. Mr. Fantastic, who's going to buff the Invisible Woman as well. Now, it looks like we should play the Mr. Fantastic mid, but we don't need any more stats to the left. Maybe just prioritizing stats to the middle is best, which this does. This puts 5 stats mid, whereas Mr. Fantastic puts only 4 stats mid. Jeff can move out, of course. Killmonger kills the kitty, which is why we're pretty happy to stay. We're not sure where the real Mysterio is. We lost out on quite a few points by the Surfer being the card that went into Grand Central instead of the Jeff. Great to see you, True Duke. Cool. Hope you're well, my friend. Really heartbroken about that last game where I done goofed a wee bit, but we move. They actually go for the Jeff left, which means it's not the most points that they have. We want to see the kitty go mid, probably. Fantastic buffs our friend down the middle. How are they planning on winning this? I don't understand. GG. They should have left for sure. Invisible Woman's feeling great right now, though. Like, wow. Like, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are 2 cards I like a lot anyway, on a good day. But now that they're +2, I think they're 2 of the better cards. The concern with them is Eliath is very good against Invisible Woman, right? But you do have the ability to goose your Invisible Woman lane if you so desire. But the goose has to go down before the Invisible Woman, of course. And you can't storm your Invisible Woman lane unless you go the other way with it, right? Start off with an Invisible Woman off to the left, though. Probably a slightly overzealous snap since I have no turn 2 here. Hey, Bleach, great to see you, mate. Yeah, I think the snap was overzealous. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic is definitely an underrated card. Ravona comes through. We most likely want to just storm here. When a card moves here, I mean, that's pretty interesting. To not play Storm in a Silver Surfer deck, I do think would be a little bit wrong. But the locations, man, for the Brood are very, very good. So, that's a decision. I'm going to Storm mid. Yo, Jason, GG. Want to see what was under Invisible One? Ah, nice one, mate. Ah, GG's, man. That was a fun game. I think we can take Mr. Fantastic mid. We should find Silver Surfer later. It's a little bit risky. We could go Negasonic. We could go Brood. Let's just take the Brood to be safe. But then the Mr. Fantastic's so lame elsewhere. We don't have Surfer yet, right? So it is a risk to go Mr. Fantastic. It's only 2 points worse than Brood. The Atuma! So it's a 50-50 on initiative here, but we could go for the Gambit if we have initiative, and then it's a 50-50. So we could just take the Gambit now. The other thing to consider is a Negasonic off to the right, which I quite like. The Blob. That's a big boy. Whoa, actually it's not a very big boy, as it turns out. So obviously we can go Gambit Rogue, which is the power couple combo. Negasonic is already applying pressure down to the right. We're looking to snipe the Atuma. Silver Surfer would tie us mid. If they're going to go to the right, they have to get 2 cards there. I think we go... interesting. It's always Gambit and Rogue. The question is where? I guess we can see what he ate. Here, Armor, Nebula, Zabu, Dracula. So Zabu. I'm just wondering if there's like any like big ongoing card we might be able to snipe. If they play like, they have to play like a small card and a big card. I think let's just stack the left. We go Rogue first. Giganto. All eyes on the Gambit. Don't hit the Ravona. Don't hit the Ravona. Oh my god, what? Why did we blob? Wait, what? Why did my rogue turn into a blob? That's not supposed to happen. Is it? Huh? That's an on-reveal. That's a bug, right? On-reveal, merge, ongoing, can't be moved. What? That's a bug. It's ongoing is can't be moved. That's just a bug, right? Rogue says, steal the text from an enemy ongoing card here. It's not a bug. Steal the text from an enemy ongoing card here. Oh my god. Rogue hits blob? Perfect tie, by the way. What? That's crazy. It was a perfect tie. We also hit the worst card with Gambit. What? We learn something new every day. I just drank 2 energy drinks in a short space of time, guys. I might have a heart attack. Hopefully not. No, I mean, I might be live, but I'm not getting call anyway. I'm just playing the event. I was actually just going to post a YouTube video of all the best decks, but this power couples thing came out an hour as soon as I was expecting. I was about to record a video of like all the best decks, and then this dropped, and I was like, oh, that's caught me off guard. Do we take the Lizard first? Usually it's better to take Jeff first, but let's go Lizard first. Lizard is obviously usually better later on. Dazzler. Well, we could Gambit the Dazzler away if we so desire. That's a bummer. There's like a... the Rogue. Should we take it? Negasonic over here looks pretty good as well, by the way. It doesn't look like a Thanos gamer, does it? But they also are likely to play Blue Marvel. I think I might just take the Gambit, you know. No! Gambit! Rogue power couple! Or not. The betrayal. He cheated on this Valentine's Day. Well, we have the Negasonic looks pretty good, doesn't it? The Killmonger for Nico. Yeah, I didn't realize until I was live earlier. See you, Kiera. Trying to protect the Nico. It ain't happening, bruv. Negasonic, what a woman. Now we'd love the Invisible Woman as well. We could Goose the right to try and solidify it. I think we just want to take the old GIF, though. I mean... we could play both, honestly. I don't really care about the Mr. Fantastic and a Shuri's Lab game. I'm gonna go both. Controversial. We're always Killmongering this turn. I could see Storm and Killmonger being the line. Nah, we don't need... the Killmonger's enough to win the right already. Maybe Shanna? Yeah, Shanna and Kazar not being a power couple is kind of sad. Not gonna lie. So we always take the Killmonger. The question is, what's the other card? I doubt that Mr. Fantastic is doing much for us. Seems good. RNG is entertaining. Hard to argue with that. Here comes the triple hood. Invisible Woman would have been a delight. A sheer delight. Here comes the triple hood. The ghost spider. Oh my god, it's Howard the flipping... Wait, why did I discard something? Oh, blade. Oh no, they beat us to the right by 1, and it's a Shadow King. The ghost spider! The ghost spider of destiny. Let's go. All right. So this deck gets a big thumbs up from me. Let's try some of the other ones. Let's keep the other decks flowing. And then I guess I should probably record some bits off stream. Or I can do it on stream. We can do some you can just do it on stream, I guess. To be fair. Deep space. So this one's everyone's favorite. Loki! Hooray! The chat goes mild. I don't have Miss Marvel, but Miss Marvel would be in this deck instead of Omega Red. Or maybe instead of Iron Lad even. But it's Captain America Agent 13. Well, let's just collect it. We don't need the Zabu. I think I'll take the Agent Coulson here. Gearing up for a big fat Loki. What? Excuse me, Agent Coulson, you did not. You did not just give me this curve. My friend, that ain't legal. That is not allowed. Here comes the Stormbreaker and Kaker. My queen! I've never played this card since she was a 2/3, so I'm not allowed to on principle. Now we've got the Captain America source. Unfortunately, will she get buffed because of deep space? I have a feeling she won't, unfortunately. We're not going to Loki this game. We want the old doodah. Very, very easy snap for us. They might Ultron us, of course. They could Patriot Ultron us. I cannot believe this Agent Coulson. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. No Enchantress here. We can't Stormbreaker mid. I think we go Stormbreaker left. Captain America. And Zabu. Seems like a bit of an overcommit, right? Perhaps we're better off doing this. We just need to beat Ultron. This is 8 stats to the right. Ultron plays for 9. We need 9 stats to the right. So that's 6. Hmm. $11. Maybe it's just that, right? But the Captain America looks so good. My concern is, so Ultron is 2, 4, 6, 8. That's only 8 points to the left, so we're actually beating Ultron already there. Oh, I have to play the Chavez. I don't like it. I should have played Zabu out of principle, even though it's less points. It's 12. Oh god, yeah, it's 12. It's fine. I get away with the. Okay, I lost. What a nightmare! I'm so bad at counting. What a stinker. We actually lose the tiebreaker as well. What a throw. So I just had to swap Captain America and Chavez, right? Mate, I'm having a stinker today. Was Captain America... Obviously, Captain America left was winning, but was it on the... was the Chavez enough? The Chavez was what? This was a 7-point Captain America. It was 4 points less. Yeah, I'm flipping throwing. Having a stinker with the game so far today. Can't lie. But I blame... no, I got nothing. I got nothing. Okay, we'll take the Agent 13 and the Snow Guard. We could try and wait until we hit Collector. We're adding 3 cards to hand, so we're still drawing here. So again, Miss Marvel, if you've got her, instead of this Iron Lad, would be a good idea. Daredevil, so we're expecting a She-Hulk here. Elektra, I don't think we're particularly interested in. Somehow. Captain America into cloning vats. Yes, please. I think that's a snap. Is this a hot location, or are we just like seeing it an insane amount? What day is it? I don't even know what days hot locations come out on. It can't be, because the switchover's just happened literally 1 minute ago. Like, the shop just refreshed, right? We should check the shop. Yeah, hey Delinea. Look at this Agent 13 going crazy. Oh my god. Is that good? It seems pretty good. Maybe we just take another one here first. Opponent snapped. They're going to She-Hulk Sinister London, aren't they? Or maybe cloning that She-Hulk first. Let's go here so I draw a card still. We're definitely looking for old Shang-Chi. Let's take the Dino. We can perhaps go for a Cosmo to protect our own Dino. Sarah. I think we're going to take the Cosmo. Don't think we're interested in playing anything from hand here. We can always play the 2 4s next turn. And we fill the board. We have 3 slots left, including a Sinister London. So they might try and Shang-Chi mid. That's going to be their best bet. And hope the Cosmo doesn't go there. They could also try like Professor X off to the left. It might just be double She-Hulk or something here. Vision. And the She-Hulk. That is just a thing of beauty, that is. Unfortunately, I think we're struggling still. The Shang is winning us mid. Perhaps we go Omega Red here. Doesn't really make sense, does it? No. No. These are on reveal, so I would quite like... The Cosmos are kind of screwing me, to be honest. But never mind. We'll try it for 8. For science. For fun. The Dinos lose quite a lot of points here as well. I don't reckon we've got it. Not sure how double Omega Red's going to work. But it starts off by helping us out. Iron Man, go mid. Go mid. Good lad. Alright. Gamora. Rip. We needed that one to go mid as well. I guess we were losing either way. Star-Lord buffs both Gamoras as well. GG. We felt like we were losing that one, but we wanted to stay for science's sake. Alright, let's try another deck. Loki's kind of boring, but it's a nice idea of a deck. Is there any other I'm super... Oh, there you go. I want to play with each of the decks a bit. Let's see the shop refresh. Token Tuesday, sure. No thanks. Pixel Deathlock, I need that. I need it. Pixel Carnage, I need it too. I'm getting baited. All my gold down the drain. Okay, I need to find some more gold out of somewhere. Cull Obsidian is around. I would advise against getting this card. I don't think it's worth it. If you do have Thanos, if you don't have Thanos yet, then you could definitely consider opening some stuff for it. If you're wondering why on earth I would ever buy a Pixel Deathlock, it's because I've been baited to try and complete this. So I want to get the Carnage as well. And then I get this Sabretooth. The best art in the game, bruv. Let's try our Star-Lord deck. This also has Daredevil and Gamora in it. Golden Conquest, nice one. Mate, what is with all the cloning vats? This is crazy. Well, rip our game plan of Gamora and Star-Lord, I guess. We'll Jeff the cloning vats, though. Oh, maybe we'll Goose it first. Goose Gamer. We're playing Goose and Storm. The She-Hulk can fit under the Goose. That's the main reason here. We've got Goose and Daredevil. Daredevil just makes sense with Gamora stuff, right? That was my thinking. We could Goose over here as well. We lose the super flow, but we make things very, very awkward for our opponent. Black Widow baby. We could maybe leave it in hand. As long as they don't find Darkhawk, we don't actually need to draw anything, right? I mean... I guess we'll just play it down still. Do we want to play the pig? I don't really know if we do want to play this Widow's Bite. Not going to lie. If they don't find Zabu, they can't get into the Goose lanes. Let's just snap now and get this over with. They're donezo. They're out of here. They're gone. The Goose game plays too much for them, I reckon. We don't need to draw. We have cloning vats. GG. Easy. GG. Easy, easy. Yeah, so we're going to play a little bit of each of the decks, and then I'm going to start recording specifically for a YouTube video, probably with the Silver Surfer deck first. Then the Movement deck. But I'll probably do the Silver Surfer deck, then go edit it, post it, and then like basically then do the others off stream. So we'll do the first deck video recording on stream, and then the rest off stream. So I'll let you guys help me pick which one you think is going to be best for a video. I like the look of Goose into the raft here. They got our Professor X, which is probably not very good for them. Let's snap it. I like the Storm off to the right. Maybe Storm mid was... I like this. Yeah, they just go next. The Goose too strong, man. The Goose! Get Goosed on. I'm happy with my 1 cube win. 100% equity. Could have obviously snapped before the Goose. But this is even better. We just get a cheap win, an easy win, and we go on to the next. Goose is so good, man. Big Goose fanboy right here. Big Goose fanboy. Blot. Perhaps what we'll do after this, we'll start actually recording for the YouTube video. We'll just play the Movement deck and the Surfer deck. We'll pick one. I need your guys' advice. Let's snap again. And then I'll edit off stream, and then I'm gonna record like crazy off stream tonight and post loads. The Star-Lord. Got him. I like the storm. I want the sunspot too, though, not gonna lie. We could storm here, but storm and goose in the same one's kind of lame. Let's go storm here. Oh my god. That might just win us the storm lane, because they have to respect the Jean Grey too. We played against this person earlier. Care to share the event content for me after this game? I'm feeling lazy. If you rewind the stream, Jacob, right at the start of the stream, I actually went through everything. Let's go Daredevil Sunspot. Just to secure the lane, guaranteed. Kitty Gaming. Look at our She-Hulk go. We could do some floating here for the She-Hulk value. They are hitting the Nebula down with the Kitty. That is the sad thing. Kitty, Shuri. Let us float. They can't Taskmaster left because of the goose. Boosh! Boosh! Bosh! GG. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Pretty poggers. Pretty nice. Alright, what are there any of these other ones I wanted to check out? I didn't really like the look of the Sarah deck particularly. We'll play a game with the Vision Scarlet Witch or two, and then I'm going to call it there and start recording for the YouTube vid. Thought I'd try a live stream to start off with. But yeah, I want to get the YouTube stuff going now. So this one is relying on Grandmaster. Now, of course, you could play this deck with just a standard Shuri and Vision and not play Grandmaster. This one is relying on Kitty Pryde stuff. So you could just play Sauron. Now I'm also randomly playing a magic, mainly because it's quite funny. And we can switch off the magic, so we're intentionally pulling the rug away from our opponent. I mean, the whole bus is cheaper now. The Kitty Pryde dream is kind of not happening for us. We're going to be legioning Miniaturized Lab on the last turn. We could have gone Grandmaster on the magic if we want to get rid of Dark Dimension. Deadpool. Hulkbuster on the Deadpool, skilled. We can Shuri here. Would like to have Shuri'd like the next turn, but the curve's just awkward here. Vision, please. If super awkward. Super duper 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 awkward. Think this is the best play we have. As bad as it is. Wow, rip Kitty, eh? Scarlet Witch rug pull? I mean, we can still try our luck. They're not going to see it coming. Surely they're not going to see it coming. This deck's obviously pretty dumb, but we also didn't get the combos here at all. It's actually not a bad deck by any stretch. We should leave, but we're going to stay. It's almost like Alan knew the game was going to end this turn. Rip. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I'm going to start recording for the YouTube bits off stream. Thanks so much for watching. If you want any of the decks, you can fast forward to the start of the stream to get them. I'm going to be posting full guides on each of the decks on my YouTube very, very soon. But yeah, I'm going to go full turbo mode and record off stream. That's the plan. Is there anything cool in the shop? Gold. Fog. Mystery variant for the stream. Meh. Alright guys, thanks so much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Videos coming very, very soon on YouTube.